me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What fi money in no money, what fi at you in no at you. Covid money miss away in the your little rat you. Use the youth the money waste for must a man to statue. Say me like a cash you but bigger than a figure you. Take the script of money girl and say that is not you. One day the man above end up him a got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen some a fly well like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300%
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them
It
raise.
burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The urgent the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rough and they down in our fever. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start and thief when them sell.
It burn me.
On them treat the market man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
On them treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
On them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
Stibby-dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love Lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Welcome to the Global Television Group. It is your program, The At a Glance. Hey, call the Jamaica Labour Party, but call the little liar girl. Because the mayor come clear himself from partner jail last night, you know. So call the little liar girl for us. You know that little girl in the people them life? Yes, call her. We have things to talk to her about. Good morning, good morning, good morning, TikTok. Good morning, YouTube, to my community party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning, Beat and Teach. Good morning, RJ. Good morning. Bernice Nickel. No, Ronnie Herlin. Good morning. Sorry. Henlon. Rather, sorry. Debbie Jervis, TV, good morning. Monica Wills, good morning. Evan Riley, Collins, Sophia, Paula Kelly, Pauline Dixon, Willie Dunn, Henry McFarlane, Christine Gilbert, Joan Darkins, Annie Jones, Alicia Wiggin. Good morning, everyone. Mr. Carl, the little girl. You know the little girl where they between the two people them life. Because she needs to come clear something. Because when I walk on to people I tell lie pound, and I run because I'll Arbin Hill. Me here I talk about integrity. We don't know what they mean when them say so, but we will hold on we will hold on. I come across a few video. One from the fast food place named Juicy Patties or wherever. And one of me want to know all the while. So the Chinese them are gonna kill you now if you don't be careful and stop Nyam Noreen Robinson from the Chinese them. Stop Nyam from the Chinese them. How much time will it tell you now? When you see they make up everything they see people make. They make it up for themselves and then sell it to you. And on a quick for run go buy E.M. Colin Jones. Chinese are gonna kill you now, you know. If you don't take heed of which one of the video. Hold on there. Nothing of this.
Fake. Original. If you have no number and I need to send letter and a real one. See fake one there. And they look alike, you know. Then do everything alike, you know. You think they're easy?
Me I tell you, Chinese.
What say?
So me say, oh me
compare
vomit
to
so.
one thing have the two different
From what day, yeah.
Fake.
See Chinese kill we.
China kill for two. Fake. Original.
Violet Watson, good morning. If you don't stop, buy from these people, one, and two, be vigilant, Kathy, how are you, of the things that you purchase from them, we're going to get ourselves in a more and more problem. Me see that man you put up that video, me I wonder if a prank or as a far road, Juicy Patties that tan or whatever, the Juicy Beef or whatever they name. I turn and show food in a people plate. So no look on this and tell me if it goes so.
Oh, this a large food is a Juicy Beef in a bag. I want to look at that a small food in a Juicy Beef. Uno look pan Juicy Beef a bag. Uno tell me if this really
Back in the within
yo, uno look at
no.
this a Juicy Beef a bag walk, you know. Let me see how you play the ranking. This a large food. This a large food. This a Juicy Beef in a bag walk. I want to look at that a small food in a Juicy Beef. Uno look pan Juicy Beef a bag walk. Uno tell me if this really.
Right. You remember the first time when Oliver there got foreign in an Oliver you large or something what they show him. In can porridge, in can everything with him. It is coming to the time, Jamaica people, where we're going to have to walk with the shed pan and walk with food in our bosom. It now go kill you no. My grandmother walk with food in her bosom and feed a whole multitude of grandchildren. And it never kill none of we. You can't tap a road and buy food at the extorted price. And the pit and so now getting on a plate out there. Marcia Thomas. You need to cook. And can't send thing with when you go certain place. Because you say, while going out a road then a normal. But make we start on road at first. You come out on your platform with your young lady and you tell a lot of lies about the mayor of Manchester, Mr. Mitchells. How much? Him take up the dead councillor money and run off with it. Take up the councillor money and run off with it. And you blame him for horse dead, cow fat, and all sorts. Miss Crawford, I don't know if you were being told, or you're tainted like the rest of them, or you just get up and make it up out of thin air. It's cheaper to buy food. Oh, God. We used to beat and teach it's cheaper to buy the food. No, so we don't have overnight. We don't have first night food left when we don't cook. Or you can chuck in something and walk with. Anyway, little girl, you come out and you say the man thief this and him thief that. You said it. We heard it. We not have it to play at the moment, but I'm sure a lot of people heard it and is aware of it. The mayor last night came to defend himself. The mayor also came, Rhoda, not with a bunch of splatter and accusation that you, Miss Crawford, came with. What he came with, Miss Crawford, was bill and receipt. Date and time, Miss Crawford. If you, Miss Crawford, cannot counter, if you cannot counter the evidence he produced last night, you must then, Miss Crawford, make an unreserved apology to the mayor in public. If you're a woman with decorum and dignity, and you're a woman with fairness, and you're a woman who think people nothing make up lies and tell upon people because it hurts, Miss Crawford, even Bradford, real sweet. So it's down to you now, Rhoda Crawford, to come out in public and do the honorable thing. Even though he can still sue you for the defamation because it's still flying around, he is your political opponent for the general election. So therefore, Miss Crawford, you think the best thing to do in order to have one over on him is to launch off with a smear campaign, Miss Crawford. Let's look at how things might feel when it hits home, Rhoda. You remember when we talked, so you got sent wherever Martins go to the dirty pan the Prime Minister's baby? You said that was a lie, Miss Crawford. We, though, knew it wasn't a lie. Because you just come out and counter the argument, but you couldn't provide any proof, Miss Crawford, like the mayor provided last night. So you said we walk and tell lie upon you, but you couldn't prove so we tell lie upon you. You just couldn't prove it. The mayor, though, Miss Crawford, could prove that you're a liar. You are a liar, Miss Crawford. And if one can cheat, Miss Crawford, one can lie, isn't it? And if you can look every day in the face of the wife of the Prime Minister, then you could look down a camera, look at an audience, Miss Crawford, and tell such a blatant lie. It is within your character, Miss Crawford, to lie and cheat, isn't it? Do you want to tell us when you went to St. Martin's, what was it about? Because you said a lie with your tell, didn't you? So since there's a lie with your tell, and the mayor come and clear up say, a lie you are tell, you come prove to we that you didn't go to St. Martin's to do the dirty and the Prime Minister's baby. But what I want to ask, Rhoda Crawford, as you said the mayor stole public money, How much of public money did Mother Foster Allen use to whisk you away to St. Martin's at the time, Miss Crawford? And may one ask, is there any chance that you might have a bank account hiding aside for the Prime Minister? We just asking, we don't know, can have 28 and them little like alligator egg and turtle egg. So they could pop up anywhere, Miss Crawford. How could you do, Miss Crawford, in a social media era, come out and make such a RGR JBC blunder where it would be a just one-off broadcast and it done there and the story rests there and everybody walk off leaving with the mayor and his dirty character as you painted it? But the glory of social media, he doesn't even need to go to RDR or JBC to have an interview. He can just have a sit down with just about any vlogger. He can sit down in his living room or in his office, Miss Crawford, turn his phone on, speak, and provide the proof. If you want to tell us or prove to us that you're a woman of integrity, even though I know Juliet Holness wouldn't believe you, then it is for you to do the right thing, Miss Crawford. Like retract the statement, make a public apology. Why everything I fall apart in the Jamaica Labour Party? I wonder if they are aware, like we are seeing, that it is all falling apart. I mean, fall down here, so fall down there, so. It is not working. It is really not working. I'm sure you heard how J.C. Hutchinson spoke about his constituency in such a derogatory way, as if they're low-life people who only beg and lazy and sit down and want the MP to look after them, and they stay in street corner and rub out their hand middle like Ann Vaz is telling the young men of East Portland, it's okay, just go to school, then come home from school, rub out your hand on the street corner, because you know what? We haven't got anything to provide you after leaving school. So your job after school is rubbing out your hand middle. Yes. One MP, Johnny H., the Easy Joe Quarrel. One MP over the weekend was promoting scamming. The other MP on the other side of the island, Floyd, was in St. Elizabeth, promoting scamming. Then you have Anne-Marie Vaz in Portland promoting the use of drugs, even though, but maybe she never hear or see. Because if she can't say more and present, then she can't read. And if she can't hear, then she don't know what going on. She don't know what's going on. But there was a research recently, and Vaz, that the use, and you can speak to Dr. Tufton about this if you do come across him in Parliament. Because you hardly there, you know. You hardly there. But if you come across Dr. Tufton, you can have that conversation with him about the recent survey came out, where said the use of tobacco, cannabis, and alcohol is up. It is because of what you suggest, and we don't have nothing for go no for do. So when you come from school, just go turn up on street corner and rub out on a hand. Given just the other day, Anvaz, we hear a man arrested for smoking marijuana in public. Marijuana where it says illegal to walk with 2 ounces, but we don't know where you walk with if you can't smoke it in a crowd. I just don't understand. But you need to adjust the situation, because Uno say people a tell lie pan Uno, because Arbin Hill away him there. Arbin Hill say the opposition had troubled them. Arbin Hill said the opposition are trouble, no? And I talk about integrity. And I talk, say, Andrew Holness, administration corrupt and lack integrity. Why not trouble them for PNP? Why you not trouble the people them? The people them say them don't corrupt. The people them say them have integrity. Why you not keep troubling them? Because they have been in a quarrel. Is that the only thing that the state of the nation presentation, is that the only thing that Arbin Hill can talk about? It's similar to the Prime Minister speaking about the successes but cannot name what they are. The successes of his administration, but the Prime Minister cannot name what they are. So, when I say people are trouble on the road, when I say people are tell lie pound, even though me know say when me come out, come talk what you do with the Prime Minister, baby, I wasn't lying. And you can't prove semi a lie. I'm challenging you, Rhoda Crawford. You can't prove semi a lie. So, like how the mayor proved last night, with the date, time, and everything, that you're a liar. You're just another JLP who just go around and bamboozle the people and tell them lie, sport narrative, and useless fluff in order to ram raid over the voters. The voters are waking up. The voters are waking up. Jamaica Labour Party. The people are waking up. Andrew Holness in a problem, you know? Big all a problem. Because when your, remember, demonstration against JC, demonstration against JC, where JC said, all right, when I demonstrate, I go show people who wanna be. When there's some like a vote by vote selling mother heifers. All on our talk there. When election call, and as me roll out the $5,000 on the box food, I bet you me come back with a bigger majority. And I me see so, you know. When I don't think I me walk and talk so a JC Hutchison is not me.
Many of you would have been seeing a demonstration that went on in Northwest St. Elizabeth. I don't want to go further into it, but I want you to understand, for every election that we have had, you have had the people coming out and demonstrating against me. And every election, I have won by a bigger majority. I told the area council a couple of weeks ago that the demonstration was coming because I call it the pre-election demonstration because we know it's coming. And I won't get into the sort of people who were there, but some of them, you help them once, you help them twice, and the time you don't help them, then turn around and cuss you. One of them has sent on farm work. And
Southwest St. Elizabeth people, listen. Parity people, listen. Because you can't tell me someone not selling a vote. Or something this way me know. So listen, it's just like how JC, insult, naughty St. Elizabeth, Flight Green soon tell them there's the same thing. So not too beg or not too low life or not too lazy.
3 weeks, the man come back home, said the work too tough. He can't manage it. And then him now want the MP to support him. Another one you see in the picture, him admit that him got 50 chicken and 5 bag of feed from me. But I never give him the black drum. So you understand the people that I deal with in my constituency. So no matter what happened.
That was one of the most offensive part. So you understand the type of people them when I have to deal with in my constituency. He's saying that you are some lazy, non-ambitious leeches who don't want anything. You just want to beg, rub out your hand middle, walk up and down pan street every day, sit down pan street corner and does nothing. Tell me, say that J.C. Hutchinson, I tell you no. Or am I a fool?
They have become good. The rest of them who were there get $5,000 and a box lunch.
$5,000 and a box lunch. $5,000, he said, and a box lunch. On a rub out hand miggle pan street, lazy so and so's. Because when you never have ambition, you know, to vote for the future, to vote for the children, the grass capper sitting on the railway track, I come tell, uno say, uno no have ambition, uno lazy, uno beggy, uno licky, uno cheap, so you can control uno with $5,000 and a box food. Jamaica, uno no shame. And this is not just about St. Elizabeth people, no. Jamaica, the whole of uno, we're selling a vote for the $5,000 on the box food. Uno no shame. So they might take it alone in 2024. Non-ambitious Jamaicans who sell your children future for $1,000 per year. Uno no shame. Fit the grass capper, I come tell uno say uno too big, uno too lazy, and uno have the ambition. That's what JC is telling you all, you know. If you not think I mean make it up, ask politician how them speak. That's exactly what JC mean. Them people that don't have no ambition at all. But what have you provided for them to elevate themselves financially or socially? JC Hutchinson? Jamaica people no stop play cheap. Stop selling a vote. You no can't tell what's on the nasty, you know, we have proved. My community, every community in Jamaica sell vote. How no so cheap? You no have picnic. Box food Jamaica. That's why nobody no sexy at Jamaica again, because man and woman are walk pregnant. Because the Chinese food, the fast food. You remember during lockdown, you go line up and swap on yourself for KFC and donuts to take poison? Jamaica owners so cheap. When are you all going to wake up when are we going to wake up as a nation and stop being cheap? Stop make everybody put a price on we. Everybody own we. Because we can be bought for little and nothing. Jamaica always so cheap and low life. If JC Hutchison, I can't tell you no, me can't tell you no too. How not so cheap, always so cheap and low life. Why we sell out with future and with children them future? Live for belly Jamaica. To the Jamaica. That's why JC can come insult you know. Norman Ferguson, Sharon Bernard, how no do? Keith Matthews, James Brown. Oh, no, shame. Gloria Morris, how are you? Run one less. Look how JC, Daphne Jackson, Vernon Adams, a cheat on her. Mary, Jamrock 8766. Over Box Food. Box Food. When Sisse, juicy patties not able to chew nothing in a plate go no anymore. Them a tan far and a chuck it up. God bless for Japan on a plate. And at that, I met JC Hutchison control on a constituency, doing nothing for no. But when nomination come, all JC have to do that 22 million plus where am I go get out a reach, where am I go get out a spark, where am I go get out a share, a whole heap of box food money JC have, you know. No, the truth is, Paul Index, me know about Labour Right and PNP in my community where sell them vote. Jamaica is just a vote. And it mustn't be mistaken, say a JLP one buy a vote. PNP on a buy it too. The JLP, they may be more brawling with it. But the culture of vote selling Jamaica, them hustle everybody. And I'm sure you heard it in the last local government election where young people, I tell you, say, young people are just both parties for sell them vote to. Young Jamaicans, this is why we're not going anywhere. This is why the world only look at you as sex machine and dancers and entertainers. They don't value us because they realize we have no value in ourselves. Look at how a 22-year-old has sent a reverberating message across the entire globe. Across the entire globe. We don't have no Gen Z in Jamaica that is activated in that way because will it done refresh your system? It may be your phone because no one else is complaining about the sound. Close your app and open it again. Our young people are docile and sleeping. That's why tourists and everybody can come buy them. Them willing to sell them. If you can sell your vote, young people in Jamaica, if you can sell your vote to politicians, you're going to sell yourself to tourists as well. You're going to sell yourself to just about anybody who can put a price on you because it's all about transaction. When Ivan Bradford and I think Dorrit Elliott have that problem sometime as well. When you have that problem, close the app and open it again because if you're not getting the sound or if you're having problem commenting, close the app, refresh your phone, and start again. And son or stepson import ganja from Canada. Me know sir and brother in the galang. Me know and how one gangster brother will do everything bad. The gangster brother where she and the gangster brother, because the gangster brother the campaign manager or something of the sort. She and the gangster brother and Vaz. A whole heap of money them siphoned now. Just like a how since Anvaz come at East Portland, Anvaz and Darrell Vaz buy up the beach land them for little and nothing. Buy up the beach land them for little and nothing. So Jamaica young people, the world is looking at you as prostitutes. Anybody can buy you no cheap because you don't have no standard. If you can sell yourself for 5 years for $5,000, young Jamaicans, why you think tourists now go have them way with you? Why you think the whole gay community from Europe and America will love Jamaican men now go come down, they can have them way with them because them can't pay on a price. If we not sell cheap for 5,000 Jamaica dollar, one can't go in a shop with. I mean, when you say foreign money, on a turnover like back street services, you have to do better. Try to have some ambition, like this young lady in New Zealand. You no shame Jamaica. This say one time we used to rule the world with freedom and liberation and all of them something that we used to lead the charge. Where are we, Jamaica? Flat pan we back or down pan we knees, just waiting for somebody to hand them hand and we drop, we zip or we turn around. Jamaica, wake up. Wake up. Hmm? Jamaicans, wake up. If we young generation continue to sleep, continue on a docile journey, there's no hope for Jamaica. There won't be any hope for Jamaica with a docile young generation. What all them do is dep on TikTok, I beg Jamaican men and Nigerian men are a disgrace on TikTok, particularly the Jamaican men. Are the two most homophobic set of men, but are the two most gay set of men on TikTok. Jamaican men and Nigerian men. What is wrong with you? Uno used to stand up a yard and a broad and a hold the banner for straightness. What is it with Jamaican and Nigerian men? Where are you all going? It's like trying to run a competition with gay men out here these days. I mean, roll it back. Roll it back. It's all mashed up now. Roll it back. Because that's why all on us so cheap and just selling themselves short. It's like crazy. I never knew this world would have got so crazy in my lifetime, but it really bloody is if you have the time to really look at it, where it is and where it is going. Madness. Andrew Michael Wholeness. I mean, problems are packing up on you, isn't it, Prime Minister? The problems are packing up, piling up one by one. MP, councillor, them just get lashing and brushing across the country. Are you worried about the upcoming by-elections, Prime Minister? I know you may not be so worried about Nigel Clark's seats, but what about the 2 council seats, Prime Minister? What about South Chilani, Prime Minister? How worried are you? Bull, how you doing? Evan Green, Wayne Evans. How worried are you, Prime Minister? Because it's likely, another signal will be sent, just like what you received in the local government election, that the people, Andrew Holness, are fed up. Don Fox, I would prefer that you go. The longer, though, that you stay, is the more brawling of a massacre that the Jamaica Labour Party will receive at the next general election, Prime Minister. Because you are a sitting duck. You are danger to your very own self, Lawrence. danger to your very own success, Prime Minister. A mental Prime Minister thinking that the law in this country, I must be exempted. What I would rather you do, Prime Minister, what you are leading in this charge against the Integrity Commission to struck out the Corruption Prevention Act for Section 14, subsection 5. I would rather, Prime Minister, you go to the court and fight an immunity argument rather than striking out a piece of law that adversely affects you. Not that it adversely affects you unnecessarily. It adversely affects you because of your own financial and business dealings. And because you don't want, Prime Minister, to be under the scope, then the best next thing is to struck out a law, not something no Prime Minister has ever asked. Not something no Prime Minister has never asked. Something, a piece of legislation that Andrew Michael Holness was a part of the debate. But all of a sudden, Andrew Holness forgot that one of his great mantra coming in was fight against corruption. But what it turned out, what Andrew meant then, he meant we will modernize corruption and take it to a different level. We'll make the corruption of the past look like an infant compared to our modern structure of corruption. Challenge that not to be so, Prime Minister. Because we can just look, Sharon, across your cabinet for the last 8 years rather, from 2017 onwards. Countless of blunders, Prime Minister. So when people talk about integrity and absolute dumb like Arbin Hill would come out with such a fluff, then I mean Arbin Hill have amnesia, because Arbin Hill is not aware of the amount of people that has been reprimanded or put out of your government, Prime Minister, for malarkeys and messing around. But what this Prime Minister does is continue to chat along. You are reprimanding your do-nothing MPs across the country, Prime Minister. But the people are saying, you know, do nothing for we. Who are you do wrong here?
All right, you do already, but you wrote back now. Spend some more. No, he do, but he wrote back. No. Show him. See him. Aye. No. What do? Bring up a boat here.
What you do, Robert Chin? Robert Chin, the people them say, what you do? What have you done? Because you can't answer the question, you know. You notice when the people speak to these politicians, just like how the young youth at Chilani asks Andrew about job, and Andrew go everywhere that him could traverse around Jamaica without answering the young man's question about jobs for young people in Chilani. See this here one you turn up dumbstruck, wishing that him and the van could just become one, and the people them frighten and run and think a dopey them a talk to. Him and the van wish to become one.
All right, you do already, but it was bad now. Spend some more. No, you do man. He do, but it was bad. No. Show him. What is show him? Yeah, we. Aye. No, do. What do? We never vote him. We never vote him. Win.
You know what me want? The MP them fido. Follow suit with J.C. Hutchinson. Follow suit with J.C. Hutchinson and tell him say, me go to $500, me go to $5,000 and me go to box food. So me don't know what else on I talk about. I don't know if it come better than that. Prime Minister, this does not look good at all. Leading up into a general election, Prime Minister, and your MPs are being shunned across the country. Your sweetheart have to be making a monkey story, Prime Minister, because she's afraid of the challenge to come. It don't look good, Prime Minister. Call it, Andrew, call it. The people of Jamaica is ready for a general election. They are ready for a general election, Prime Minister. Call it, Andrew, call it. It is time that the people of Jamaica makes a decision on the direction of the country. If you think because the Jamaica Labour Party and their supporters are confident that Andrew Michael Holness, Marcia Essay, will lead them, Renice Nicholson, into a glorious third term, call the election, Prime Minister. Because one thing I know, I doubt you have time to call it for the rest of the year. Possibly you could still do it a morning if you choose. You could ask the Governor General, the other thief, Patrick Allen, to dissolve Parliament tomorrow if you choose and call a general election. But are you ready, Prime Minister? The Prime Minister also cannot trot along to September next year because the Prime Minister's credibility and popularity keeps crumbling. So one could almost assume that within the first 3 to 6 months of 2025, we will have a general election, because I'm quite sure the Prime Minister will want to go ahead of any of the other illicit reports that will come forward that will make the Prime Minister government even weaker. It do look good, Andrew Holness. It do look good. Call it, Andrew Holness. Call it. Let the people of Jamaica choose if we want to go another third term with Andrew Holness or we want to take another direction. But the state that Nigel Clark has left the country in, Andrew Holness, call the election. Andrew Holness is confident. The Jamaica Labour Party is confident. The Jamaica Labour Party supporters is confident. Call the election. Or is it though, Prime Minister, that going around the country to all these constituency conferences, you have realized, Prime Minister, the base of the Jamaica Labour Party is not really coming out. Call the election, Prime Minister. Call it. I uno so not sure a third term, you know. I uno say PMP-ism done in a Jamaica. Call the election, Prime Minister. You have done so well with our roads or economy. Employment rate has never been so low. The minimum wage twice in 6 months. Call the election, Prime Minister. Kind of confidence on can win it, you know. So if I'm so confident, what I would have done is throw my hat in the ring before this confidence of mine slips away, Prime Minister. I don't see why you're not calling the election, because this may be your best chance. Because if more illicit report surfaces, then it's more than likely that your credibility and the credibility of the party will come under heavy scrutiny. The Jamaica Labour Party base is already disgruntled because they say for Andrew take over. Andrew want just a full embelly, so and Andrew nah do nothing to win. So come tell with the things them word about Prime Minister, prove it to us. We know no word about galangin. I would say one say now. PM rather, Prime Minister appeals to citizens to join fight for road safety. You know what? I never thought that Andrew Holness and I would be singing from the same hymn sheet. But I really do support this call, because our road users have a reckless behavior on our roads. And I think safety of all of us is the responsibility of all of us. So hooray, hooray, Prime Minister. You and I this morning on this topic are on the same page. Clap your tiny hands, Prime Minister. Because I know something we got always happen, given all your thief and wicked and tan bad. And now you want to come run around the country. I'm doing this, I'm giving this. No, you're not a fool with this time. You're not supposed to fool somebody more than 2 times maximum. 1 time is a getaway. 2 times, shame on me. 3 times, I'm a damn idiot. The Jamaica Fire Brigade said they are conducting a forensic investigation into the huge fire at the Perennial Charles Arcade yesterday. But the forensic examination, Duane Hutchins, the forensic examination won't make much sense unless we have rapid and effective emergency service. That problem have a lot to do with rapid and adequate emergency service. Because when we watched the video yesterday, where I want Bish back man help them roll out the hose, and Chukwuemeka and him friend them stand up there, say them a fireman. I don't understand. There is an emergency service overhaul that we need in our country. We don't have ambulance. We don't have adequate fire service, because even if there's a fire truck, it turn up without water, and then when it turn up, the hydrant is empty, or there's no hydrant, and we house burned down flat. One of my cousin house burnt down in Newtown last week, and either there was no fire hydrant, Black River Fire Station just down the road there, so, but either there was no fire hydrant or fire hydrant don't have no water. So we need an overhaul of emergency service. We don't have ambulance service. When we call the police them, the police say, you know, when on a vehicle, we have to go to a road, go fan down somebody to beg a drive to come. So we don't know when we are going to reach. So no matter what forensic investigation we do, if we don't have the services, the forensic investigation don't matter, because what lessons are you going to learn from the forensic investigation? What measures are you going to put in place to prevent such calamity from going so out of hand in the corporate area where whole heap of fire be great there. Where you ever hear say one fire truck turn up to one fire, sir? That's such a backwards 2024 idea. Look at the fireman them and look at the man where help with the hose. Oh, now come save life with such a tangled up thing. Hold on there. Maybe me there foreign too long. But pan fire truck in a foreign, the hose, the pan one big old a wheel, and you just grab the hose and you run with the hose and the wheel spin till the hose come to its end. So how them come with a hose here, will come like say out a crocus bag, them have to jar the hose and them have to untangle it. You think that's emergency life-saving actions?
Understand when I'm starting the last
You see, when a fire service turns up to such a fire, especially a ground floor fire, you should be ready to start putting pressure on the fire to diminish it. But rather, you did there untangle the hose where you're coming a crocus bag with. I mean, you could have just start piss on the fire. It would have even quicker if you start piss on it. Jamaica has no adequate emergency services. We're dying off because of that. We're dying off because of decrepit health service. Where even doctor come from foreign where they have to cry go back home because them can't understand why we government them a cheat with so bad. Yeah. But Tufton run around the media and find all sort of lies to tell on everybody else, and Tufton refused to take the blame for himself. So the union leader here is criticizing the government handling of the hotel worker strike. And his main issue is the Edmund Bartlett where Andrew sent down there. Because you see, this is not an Edmund Bartlett issue. This is a policy issue. But I'm not sure the government understands policy issues. This is a situation need to be dealt with at the policy level by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. Sending Edmund Bartlett and Delano Steve right down there is a part of the usual plantationism, where a plantation leader or orderly would turn up to try to quell the discontent of the enslaved. What they're not doing, though, is producing legislation to make sure the people who work within the tourism sector get a fair deal. They're not doing that. What they're doing is sending the plantation masters to quell the rebellion. But my advice to Jamaicans, this is the time that we rebel more. The ancestors are listening. That's why the rebellion in a New Zealand parliament was so powerful. It was ancestrally aligned. Community and spirit was in it. Because we can be bought and sold, we not stand up for nothing as a people. We just fall over for anything them want to offer with. I do believe I have somebody else to attack this morning. Good morning to the Minister of Transgenderism and Dance, the Minister of Dance and Transgender. Good morning, Miss Grange. How do I tackle Miss Grange this morning? One would suggest, Wayne, she's quite an elderly lady. And in our culture, we are told that we should have manners to the elderly. Isn't it, Miss Grange? Do, 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 do. How must I find a place to live in this jungle created by mankind? Where them I go, Babsy Grange? Tell me, where them I go? Where we have place for whole more? Because we full of them, you know. Jamaica politics, Babsy Grange, do not lack female representation. Just like Faval, uno can count, you know. Just like Faval, uno can count. One at a time, when a Portia alone, me did think, say, more women should come in politics because me don't like the patriarchal man-dominated man. I tell everybody what to do, even when the whole of them are dog and drunk. But they want to tell everybody what to do, man, woman, and child. And when you come to think of it, they still haven't got themselves together. But they want to order people around, just like the pastor wants to order you around, but they're abusing you. The politician wants to order you around, but they're stealing from you. The police want to order you around, but there's a bad man there paying him, or he's selling a gun or bullet to a bad man. A male-dominated society where all of them want to push around the rest away and go and like them as somebody. So, Babsy Grange, if you look in an Andrew Holness government, woman did it till woman can't do it no more. But what then did they do, Babsy? Because what you did they do? All you do, you know, is dance and promote transgenderism. You know, do nothing else gonna come tell we. Because we see the fracas in a sport where you're not able to spend money for a sport. But Babsy, what have you done? What is your legacy, Babsy? Look on the road them in a Spanish town, Babsy. What is your legacy? Faval dede, Babsy. Dunce and sleepy. Woman they left for thiefing. Come back uncleared from thiefing. Dalwymple Filbert. Road that they are interfering in Andrew and Juliet life. Tova Hamilton dede. Currency Morrison dede just a make bad man all sort of bad man jar through Bush Street and Lane. Crystal Lee are one holy woman in a political representation, Babsy. Tell us what they are doing. We will go with more of them. We don't want no more woman and no more man around here. We prefer monkey come rule with. Because maybe monkey will do something sensible. Because what these have been doing for almost a century, you cannot write home about it. Look at the state of our country. Look at the state of our country. So, Rhoda Crawford, if you don't want hell broke, come clear the argument. Come clear the argument if you don't want hell break loose out here. I beg, come clear the argument. Because the man provide prove something, we're going to make you have a secular defamation lawsuit because you really don't want a judge rule against you with such evidence to prove that when you took to that stage and told those blatant lies, you knew you were lying and you did it to smear the character of the mayor. Just like when we say, Mother Foster Allen send you off of St. Martin's to go do the dirty and the Prime Minister's baby. You come out and you come tell Cliff, I lie them and tell Palmy, and Gillette now look Palmy in the parliament, and everybody a cheat me by them can't even say it to me when Gillette is there. After 14 years are you asleep with the lady husband, 14 years after you come out here, come tell we say a lie, we a tell. So what you going to do? You going to wait for the 14 years to come back, come apologize for the lies where you tell. I wonder if sent Manchester people would vote for such a blatant liar, Miss Crawford, because you lie and you cheat, you know. There isn't anything integrity-wise about you, Miss Crawford. We know you're a cheater. We know you're a cheater, Miss Crawford, and now we know you're a liar. So when people talk about integrity within the Jamaica Labour Party, them nah tell lie pano. The evidence is there. Your very mouth, Rhoda Crawford. Claudette, how are you? Your very mouth. So come out, come clear the man name, because the man come show the receipt them and the communication between you and him. Otherwise, when you're going to have problem outer road, Miss Crawford, because remember you did go up on Cliff, go cry about it, cry out your aunt, Monica Harton, and say nobody not talk to me because Juliet and them say I went to St. Martin's to have an abortion and me one come out here come talk it in a public. So you go St. Martin's or wherever go have abortion. So you can't prove stay a lie, me I tell. The mayor proves stay a lie, you a tell. So come clear the argument, little girl. Little girl, just come clear the argument. One or two wicked and thief and lie. Lurleen Casanova. One or two wicked and thief and lie. And the lies one I use is to bamboozle the Jamaica people. No, when I'm gonna come out here, come tell the wicked lie them and get away with them. So come out here and come do what is to be done. Wicked liar Rhoda. Just like how your lies say you don't deal with Juliet Holness' husband. Just like how your lies say you never dash your belly for the Prime Minister Rhoda. We're not going to accept this your liar because we know say all of the lie them what you tell are true. You say you're Andrew not there, you're Andrew there. You say you never dash your belly for Andrew, me know say you dash your belly for Andrew. You say the mayor thief off the money, the mayor prove say he never touch the money. So come clear it up. Otherwise, you know, it will be a jogging, my dear, to the general election. And I'm not sure, Colin, how are you? If you would want to tolerate such a jogging, something that might bring you back emotion. No, said Juliet and the bad man them with the gun still out there. I look for you because that's why Mother Foster Allen did have to send you go to the dirty and the baby, isn't it? Because Rhoda Crawford, at that point, it was your life versus the baby's life. Because if you not take the baby life, Juliet was going to take yours. Am I lying, Rhoda Crawford? Dolores Ward. How are you? Good morning. So come clear the man name. The man come show the receipt and show us nothing no go so. So when such a blatant lie exposed in a public, Rhoda Crawford, You can't hold on pan the lie. You need to come out and come clear the lies that you told. Let me look how much I know. Hit the like button before me start pan. Oh no! This morning, kind of thing. Andrew Oldness, no, can't take the likes. No, can't take the likes to 200. At 390 now, no, the pan, yeah. No, can't take it to 200. You mean say so much haters, the pan, yeah? And so much mind people business news carrier, the pan, yeah? Listen, make me cuss on the black people. Black people, we don't support black businesses enough. What I do here is a business. Broadcasting is a business. Broadcasting is not free, it's not cheap. Because when I say we just come and sit down and talk to you, when I think it's cheap or free. But the way how my screen look pretty, look pretty so for free. When I realize whether it's the globalists have to help me to repurchase my broadcasting package. Plus, we have to purchase the graphics package as well to make sure we can present decent broadcast. Of course, your subscribership and your time watching our program is very much appreciated. But if you can get any other extra support, like you want to buy a £3 membership, or you want to send us a £2 super chat, because we not ask so much, We know, say, how will you call this thing? Inflation and what the other one? High cost of living. So, we not pressure, no, but one £2 and one £3, one £3 membership and one £2 super chat, it's supporting a black business. That's why black business fall down, because they're not supported by us. And if we go start the white content to get white support, we're not going to say me change. All right? So I know me love talk, my man, but me say how much I know. Yes, you can still keep hitting the like button. It's not really a crime if you hit it. I mean, there's nothing over the like button to bite you. There's just nothing there to bite you. All you have to do is just hit the like button. Labor rights, if you are here, you can hit the like button, support the program. Me and no enemy, me no hate when the truth talk. But as summertime, you go get all sort out of me. When it time come for me start throw my golden up against wall, the whole on will go run come and say, yes, beat Marky G, beat the white man, beat the British. Yes, me know because I saw on a Jamaican stay. Anytime it's so like somebody supporting a political party, on the behind them peck. But one of the things them gone AWOL, then everybody draw them support. And this is one of the biggest problem we have in our politics in Jamaica. And this is why our children have become so politically docile, done it, Harriet. This is why our children have become so politically docile, because we don't open them up to different ideas. We immerse them into one particular ideology, whether it works or not. We don't tolerate the other side of the political views, because I know it's hard to listen to Andrew a lot of the time as to where it get to, but there's a lot of PNP out there that would just not listen to Andrew Holness. He's boring. He tells a lot of lies. It is important to listen to him though, because if you don't listen to when him tell the lie them, you will believe that some of what him says he's telling the truth, Durant Clark. And to be honest with you, there's very, very little truth comes out of the Prime Minister's mouth for the last 4 years, if there's any at all. It's just the facts. Whether you like him or you dislike him, this Prime Minister has been proven time and time over to be a blatant liar. It's not good for leadership. Because nobody now can trust what you say. The Prime Minister told us God made the C-19 vax. Yes, the Prime Minister said that. With the hope that the nation believes him and go on and throw themselves to the devil, Bill Gates, and his evil angels. Jamaica people, wake up. We have sold ourselves out. So till the Chinese, them even come comparison with to take the land where we are fight over. Who no call Jamaica on a home and on a fight to protect it? We're going to lose Jamaica, you know. As my mother would have said, ants, I got carry come on my grave, come tell me. Say it happened. Because the direction that we're on now, you can tell me, say, we're not going to lose it. Because the Chinese are coming, the Indians are coming, and the whites who've been barbarically there for the last 500 years, they're coming to take back their lands. So, uno can sit down and go on and continue selling a vote and don't wake up to the reality. Sunday, I brought you a show looking at the Jamaica economy that Colin Bell and Ralston Hyman did on Saturday. On Monday, Jacet Williams, how are you? Paul Bogle. On Monday, I brought you a program with with Professor Richard Wolff, telling you the state of the American economy. And if the American economy in that started state, with us tied to its navel train, God help where we are going. So if we don't want to wake up, if we don't want to start farm, the Chinese them will poison off, the Europeans them will slave in the tourist industry, and hey, welcome back to the plantation. Can't go on like we did leave there. We're just being given opportunity to have freedom of movement on the plantation. Doesn't mean that we have left. I mean, they're giving us a little wages to make sure we have our independent upkeep roaming around the plantation. It's just not more than that. The independence and the emancipation and the what situation and all of that, those were all lies. They're still lies today. That's why Andrew Holness doesn't value any of us to look at as he think restructuring Jamaica for whatever he wants to restructure it. The Prime Minister think, oh, I need to go to Spain because we need to rebrand Jamaica, given that the Spaniards have a huge stake in the tourism sector. But when you vote, remember, the back food and the 5,000 will be thrown in your face when you ask for help. Thank you for being here this morning on the Global Television Group. Join us right back here this evening. I'll know the likes not reach 200. Boy, not turn bad. Bad, 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 bad. Join us right back here tonight for the people's point of view. Joy Reynolds. See you this evening. Thank you very much for joining. And if you don't see Rhoda, just tap her upon her shoulder and say, make peace reign, lady. Let peace reign. You're in enough hot water already with your matey. Don't get in hot water with the nation. All right, my dear. Thank you all very much. Thanks to those on TikTok. Thanks very much, Kathy. Larkland is over TikTok this morning. Is this the usual Larkland from Facebook, from YouTube? So, them can go on. Kathy, Peter, Ruth, Sally, thank you very much for being here this morning. Blue Waves, thank you. It's good to have your support as always. Brenda Elson. Join us right back here tonight for the People's Point of View. Good afternoon and good morning from the Global Television Group.
The House is suspended until the ringing of the bells is to be cleared.
I think Carlos is live, so I'm going over to Carlos now. Thank you all very much and goodbye.
I truly believe our political system needs some fixing. Too much you hear about corrupt politicians and nothing happen. Too much you hear about politicians who take away poor people money and none of them reach in jail. And to the young people at home or wherever you are, and to all Jamaicans, I have one question for you. Take a look at your communities. Take a look at the sliding dollar. Take a look at the failing healthcare and ask yourselves, where is the progress? Where is the progress that this arrogant and disrespectful government keeps talking about? With this existing callous government, matters have gone from bad to worse.